take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football and Big D, as their guys will do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
The tackle made at the 30.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It was Jalen Smith who worked through to make that stop. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. They'll run with Sanders. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Good. Makes the score Eagles 7, Cowboys nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Off of play action, he'll look to throw.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Deshaun Jackson on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back to Sanders on 1st down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Wentz. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. That one goes for 24 yards.
And an Eagle.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. They go back to the ground with Sanders. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Sanders, the ball carrier, brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Cowboys nothing.
A give running left. It's Sanders. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing his Wentz.
This ball complete to Rager.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Wentz to his rookie wideout Rager for an Eagle first down.
First down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Sanders, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Sanders, 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
3-yard gain on
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
It is good.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Prescott to throw it. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Prescott.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And they'll get this down to the 10. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
At the 10-yard line.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It's up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got it down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Well, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll try and run it. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broke.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The rookie CeeDee Lamb, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open man Lamb. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
9-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Zerline's kick is good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Wentz going to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Complete.
Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Pickup of 2 yards.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
2 yards on the pickup.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
It's a gain of a
I know
yard.
that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Another run with Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now.
16.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he's out right at the 25.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Another run here with Sanders. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
4th down.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
For a Cowboy.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
Good.
A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Elliott again, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 17, Prescott. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Brings up
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
And they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
no gain on.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott.
And goal.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sanders. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
That's taken on the 25. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Back to throw. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb in the final minute. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 8. To throw is Wentz. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
Gain of 12.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wentz to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. First down.
Back to throw. Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run with Sanders. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This from long, very long range. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Again, it's Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here comes the first throw at OT for Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sanders, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
What can Wentz do now with his drive? And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
3 and out.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
He's going to find Gallup here complete and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there in overtime. 47 yards. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He was brought down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This to win it in overtime.
45-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins.